So today we are just gonna be taking up the hoarder lifestyle and collect a bunch of things. We have a shop here that we can buy some things from, like a sack that is uncommon, so we get some items out of that. So we just buy this, place it down here, and then we can select some things. And these are all pretty interesting, but this emerald sword earns points while subtracting a bonus. But if the bonus is negative, this emerald hammer gives 3 times the amount of points. Well, this is kind of weird, but I think we can make use of this hammer for later maybe. We still have $9 left, and this ruby sword here subtracts a bonus, which activates on pulse. Plus it's got a repeater to activate 3 times. That might be good for us. So we need the sword to activate first. So we place the sword down below because it goes from bottom up. And then the emerald hammer should get 3 times the amount of points. And then the one ball here earns $4 on pulse. But I think this is all we can do. But this cheese slice is actually free. 50% chance to destroy a slot, 40% chance to earn $8, or 10% chance to spawn a key. I think we can chance this. We need to place it down somewhere first though, so the null slot here doesn't activate things, so we can't do that, but we place it here. Oh, it destroyed it. Well, we might as well come up here, activate the pulse, and then hopefully the hammer works as I think it does. So it gets up to the hammer, and it didn't do the thing because it activates on reroll, I see. But we still got some points out of there, and we're actually almost done with this first round here. And this iron axe actually seems a lot better, earns 6 points for every target item. So if we buy this and then have it somewhere that things line up to it, like the sword and the hammer here, then the iron axe is gonna get a couple of points. But how do we get the bonus to be negative so we can hit it on a reroll? Because if we do a reroll now, then that only gets 15 points because it's not getting the bonus. But at least we can buy a food sack here, and the food can be used to grow some tiles. Randomizes item shape. Interesting, but I do like the idea of getting another shop slot just for more things to get, so we can place that there, and now there's a shop slot. And we actually have enough points to pass the level. Nice. But we still have a couple of rounds to go through first, so we might as well finesse our system here. And the hammer is activating twice, which is good, but the -3 bonus is kind of subtracting from that. So I no longer like this ruby sword. This evil cat costs -$3? Does that mean I get $3? Activates on pulse and buy, subtracts 6 to the multiplier? Wow, not sure I like that. But let's take this uncommon sack here just to get some more items. Okay, there's an emerald sword. Oh, this activates on reroll, but the ruby hammer actually activates on pulse. 3 times? So we could either do a hammer and sword combo with ruby or emerald. And I guess that depends on if we want to do rerolls or not, which I don't really. So let's take the hammer and then not sell this, but sell this. So this should work better. The sword takes a minus bonus, but then when the hammer comes through, then it earns 135 points. That's way better. And then there was this item again. Adds +1 points to slot. Triggers pulse on slot. Cool. The dragon fruit slice spawns basic slots, which I think I do want more of. Especially to just replace the one that happened here. Hold on. Can I place this back? Oh, I don't want it there. I was hoping to place it where this eyeball is. Or this, it's not a eyeball, it's a 1 ball. To replace that slot there, but it actually might work better up here, just for more of them. And then we can also get a food sack here to get some more things. Clones the slot the item is placed in. Well, all the slots that we have are basic slots right now, so that doesn't really matter, but a raw steak adds a 5 multiplier? But that might only be for this round though. Well, either way, I think it's the best thing that we can get. There's a 6 times multiplier actually. So that should result in even more points because the minus bonus is only subtracting. So we can really get a lot of points here. Why don't we just go through and get to the next round already, because our current setup is really good for how simple it is. Oh, I wish I saw that ruby axe there. Oh, it's actually available now. And it repeats 3 times. That's a great replacement for this axe here. But we can still use this one, at least for maybe a little bit. We can place it here and then place the eye here. I keep calling it an eye, it's a ball, but it looks like an eye. Ooh, and then actually this blue pin will set the bonus to 6. So that'd be a good thing to get after the hammer does its thing, which will put it just in time for the iron axe to activate. I think that's a good idea. and then get this here to spawn a slot here, so we can put this here, which will still activate, but then the iron axe gets more activations. Trying to save up our money, but there are still good things that are happening. And sure enough, the negative bonus does its thing. Oh, that axe is actually getting a lot there, but then the 6 bonus chimes in and we get even more points. Very good. Now after this round, we should be able to advance to the next level, which is hopefully more challenging, but also this ruby axe is not earning a lot of points here. At least it's still doing good. And now we get to the next level, where the points that we need is 400. I feel like we can just do that in one round, but let's just go ahead and open up some more slots, just so we can get more real estate, including this coins that when it pulses earns $50. Might as well do that. Reroll a bit, get a sausage that's going a different way, so we can put a slot up here now. Ooh, an epic sack. I need to see what's in here. Hopefully some really good things. There's a chest, but that needs an unlock, and I'm not sure what does that. Whoa. This golden magnet has a huge area. Earn money equal to the price of the cheapest target item. It can be negative. Becomes stuck when activated, so I'm guessing that means we can't move it anymore. Well, all the money things are positive right now, but if that evil cat shows up again, it might turn it to negative. So why don't we take this and then place it somewhere way over here, just to keep it away from the shop. Or wait, price. Ooh, maybe we should put it next to the shop. We can put it over here, just kind of in the middle. Sure, because I'm not quite sure how that works. And you know what, let's just go through a round of this to see if we actually do get the amount of points we need in one go, because I feel like it's very likely. And we just got $5 there because it's looking at the shop here, I'm guessing. So after one round, we get half of the points that we need, so we definitely need a bit more work to go. And these golden axes earn even more points, but they do cost money to activate. And there's actually 2 of them, which is interesting, but I think we can go with that. Get more items lined up there, ideally, which it kind of works there, but it would work better here. All the axes that we have are in really good spots already, but we can put it here and then get a food sack to expand the slots even more. Adds night targets to item. I do like that, and we can just get instant points here. So some of these items have, it looks like chest properties. Adds night targets to items, so I'm guessing that means that it targets things in like a night formation, and it adds to it, doesn't change it. So that might work really good for one of these axes. Why don't we place this up here and then add this to the golden one, just because that one's a bit of a weird thing to do. And was this thing? Oh my gosh, the axes were already night. I should have looked at that. Don't worry about it. We'll just buy more food. A rook's pie, there we go. Adds rook 4 targets to item. Wow. Is that what the magnet has here? No, it says king 3. And whoa, this is a big area here. Glass bottle spawns glass slots, which I'm guessing have a chance of breaking, but that is a crazy amount of area. Okay, let's just do this again. Rook's pie on this. There we go, that's more like it. Place it right in the middle here. So this probably means it's gonna take $2 for every activation, but that is gonna be worth it if we just save our money, which we should probably do right now. And there's a free cheese, so sadly the magnet's not gonna get anything, but it looks like the amount of points that we get is not quite there for being against us. And thankfully it looks like it just needs $2 once to activate instead of every single time, which is good. And we have enough points after just 2 rounds. But let's take this cheese again because I want to see if it can actually do good things. And sure enough, it destroyed a slot, but at least there's a sausage to replace it again. And the Snell slot here is gonna be here for one more turn because it's doomed, but there's an epic night glove. So that sets the targets to night, and it earns 100 points? Wow. But also it destroys after 10 activations, which is too bad. Although I kind of want to see what the steel plate does, so let's buy that, put it where the pin goes, and it might just do its thing after a pulse, so at least it's there after the pin to reset the bonus. So we just go through it again. So now the pin resets the bonus, and the steel plate just made the slot different. It's a basic slot that earns points on pulse. Nice. We can spread this around a few places. And it would be nice to get an unlock on this. Ooh, a red pin sets the multiplier to 2? Oh, that'd be a good thing to get. Let's just put you here. And then I guess put this where that is. There we go. Easy switch. But we are on to level 2 already, so let's not wait any longer. Or we're past level 2, we're on to level 3. And it honestly might be better to reset the bonus before this golden axe. So if we just do a little swap around like this, that might lose some activations, but there's still enough of them that I think this is gonna be better in the long run. And we can place this down here just so that lines up. But I also want the multiplier reset too. So it might actually have more activations right there. Well, not really. We can place this here, but then that kind of chops away some activations from the ruby axe. So this here can line up with that easy enough. Or remove this down here because that's first anyway, and this should maximize the golden axe. But the eye also is not lined up there, so that can be right there. Now we're really making full use of this thing with the space that we have. So now when the pins reset things, we can really maximize the golden axe here. Yes, so many points. That's 1,000 points almost all at once. Beautiful, next level. 1,500 points we need now. I feel like we can just do that. There's another red pin, but only one is really all we need. Well, we can take an uncommon sack here just to see what's inside. Another rupee sword. There's a bone. Earns 50 points when it's destroyed. Put it in the sell slot. Don't mind if I do. 60 extra lives? So we can activate this thing 60 times. Wow. Let's just go ahead and maximize a little bit before we do things. So this gives the slot above it 3 points, which also items / slots, so maybe we can actually make some use of the golden hammer with this, because if this gets 3 points and it's activating constantly, then that should really rack up our score. These berries do give a lot of slots, but they're also doomed, so they don't last. Spawns a null slot with a food item. Might as well see what the food item is. Right up here. It's soy sauce. Well, at least it's another thing for the magnet to activate on. So we could just leave it there. Might as well do that, see what kind of score we get. And it's going pretty well so far, earning over 1,000 points in a single go. We get really close to our goal. Oh, but not quite there. What is this, a raspberry? I've had raspberries for as long as I can remember. They do not look this orange, but it gives repeater to items and slots. We could make something start to repeat, and the one ball repeating would be nice for collecting a bunch of money, and we can put it right back to where it was. Nice. This coconut spawns dirt slots. Does that do something better for food? Let's just see what that's like and put it on the corner here. Sure, because I don't know what these do. Cannot hold rare items or anything higher. I see. Good thing those are over there. Can I get a item that destroys slots maybe? Oh, there's more steel plates. Do I like a steel plate or a steel plate? But there is a blue net. When target item is pulsed, it adds a bonus and earns points. So this would be especially good to get and place it before some of these other items. Or actually when it lines up with this one, that's actually perfect timing. So let's leave it here. And since we're so close to the goal, might as well just go through it again. Oh, the 4-leaf clover activates on reroll. Well, that's different. Should probably read things better. So let's just re-roll once, and there it goes. Or did it just... Okay, now the golden magnet earns points. Let's go to the next level, because we can do that. 4,000 points is what we need now. Well, now there's rocks that like to be destroyed because they give a multiplier, but if that's happening before the negative, I feel like that's a bad thing. Oh, this coffee would be really good, but it also activates that instantly, which is not gonna be a good thing. So let's re-roll this. So that gets, oh, Oh, I didn't realize this was a cumulative. Let's take a horseshoe just to get rid of the $0 item for the magnet and then see if it doubles our money. Oh, it took it all. Well, now we have to go through this round. At least we get a lot of points from this. And of course, another horseshoe spawns. So no money gained from the magnet either way. And I guess it only gains 6 points once. At least we're earning more points than the bonuses taking away, but that was not nearly as good. We only got 400 points there. This wooden shield also pulses items after spending $1 to activate it. Oh, that would be why we didn't get as many points. We didn't have any money to activate the golden axe. Okay, good to know. Now let's put this wooden shield here, I think, and then put this, I don't know, here. Put the steel plate next to the wooden shield as well. Oh, the steel plate is also cumulative. Well, that changes things a little bit. Now, I wonder if it's risky to have this next to the repeating items, especially the subtracting bonus one, because that would make it a -6 bonus, which I worry might offset the amount of points that we get. Well, we can take a food sack to get some things that should place slots up here. Oh, the cheese again. And the coconut, don't like it. But actually a lot of the items we have are uncommon. Do we even have any rare items? We have this epic item from the gold magnet, but I think that's it. So dirt slots could be good, or spawning slots with a -4 bonus. We'll take the dirt slots and then place that right up here on the corner, just to really expand things. So we can reroll a little bit, So now the ruby hammer gets more points, which also would be affected by the multiplier it gets. Ooh, that's actually really good. Now we can't really buy anything more because we need money to activate things, so let's just pulse now. And now the wooden shield pulses things, which is pulsing everything, but it looks like it goes in a clockwise formation. Oh, there's a golden sword there too. That sounds like a good time. Now we need the golden axe to really bank up a lot of points here. There we go. That's looking a lot better. It's not quite as instant as before, but we should complete this before round 6. Oh, a burned loaf spawns a sell slot. I do like that because we have been getting a couple of bones in the shop as well. So realistically, we could just burn through the rounds again until we get this amount of points, but we should definitely expand our system to get more because it's just gonna get even crazier from here. Do I like the soy sauce? I don't really like the soy sauce. Let's get the burned loaf, place that right down here. Might as well. Another uncommon sack, which also has an epic sack or a trumpet. Makes a toot sound. I almost want to buy it just for this. Also adds 0.2 multiplier. I kinda want the toot sound, but where do we fit it in here? The ruby hammer could happen earlier. Doesn't really matter. And then these just scoot down the line like this. You could probably go here, you could go here. That should be fine. Or, you know, the money could just go here because dirt slot doesn't really matter. A golden sword instead earns 150 points while subtracting another bonus. You know what? I don't mind this. Place that there. And then save the rest of our money because I'm honestly not sure if we can activate everything anymore. That takes $1. And then the rest of these take $2, so that's enough. Now, please give me the toot sound. Okay, that's a lot of activations, wow. And then the hammer does its thing again, and hey! Very jazzy. And that's working a lot better. We are almost there, but not quite. But at least there's more food sacks. Makes the item target itself is an interesting idea. But also let's just sell the soy sauce because I don't really want to use this if it's only gonna make temporary spaces. And then another uncommon sack. Oh, there's the evil kitty again. Thankfully, it's out of range of the golden magnet, but we're also gonna get something else anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Grub 20, limits money to 20, activates on reroll? Okay, I don't really like that anyway. Ruby ornament sounds good. If money is more than 40, permanently gain +3 multiplier, but also subtracts 0.4 multiplier? None of these seem really good. But if it happens before the red pin, that actually wouldn't be too bad. Let's buy a food sack. Maybe we can get a space here. Whoa, there's things. Can be unlocked with a key. So a key would be what we need to unlock the chests, I'm guessing. There's a burn loaf again. A stone fruit spawns null blocks, adds bishop targets to the item. Well, none of these are really what I was hoping for, but I guess the burned loaf wouldn't be too bad for another sell slot. And there's also just been this clock here that I can't really do anything with. So that's interesting. Let's see, these really doesn't matter where they go. Might as well take this and then put it... We could put it here for now so it doesn't activate, especially because we don't have more than 40 money regardless. So that should work pretty well. And there goes the soy sauce, so we get a little bit of money from that. And it's too bad that the golden magnet gets a really big combo while only getting points once. It's really unfortunate, but we reached our goal for this level, so that's a good thing. And how far are we overshooting it? Not a whole lot. We could get another ruby axe to target more items. Oh, a chocolate square spawns null slots with keys inside. That would be good for unlocking this, but we're also not making use of all the space that we have here anyway. But if this happened over here, then that would be past everything. That is subtractive, so the ruby ornament wouldn't be so bad over here. Let's just buy a normal sausage and then place that here to space it there. And then wait till we get more money. In the meantime, get another one of these because I do like them. And it can get 3 activations here, which is good. So let's just go through this one more time to get a little more money from like the eyeball and other things. Even though we are spending a lot of money to do this. So maybe it would be better to do the money earning items first. Probably, because that just activated twice. So that should be a good thing. And it also frees up space up here because this really doesn't matter where it goes. It can even be in the air, which I totally forgot about. But that can be right there. If it was actually next to the shield, then that would be good because it pulses twice. And so with this one here. That should work good. Okay, don't really want to spend too much money before the next round, so let's just go to the next round. 15,000 points is what we need now, goodness. But now there's a whole bunch of real estate up here, and there's another iron axe that can go here to activate 3 times. And I like how I set up more cell blocks to get more bones to sell or things like that, and nothing's shown up. Oh, there it is. That works good. And there's also a blue cube, which adds bonus, but it also steals points for like all these things. I don't really like that. Might as well use this cheese slice, see what happens to this space here, and it destroys it, go figure. But now we get a pretty solid lead on points already, thanks to the bones, and that just made some very big combos there. And there's a chest, if only we had a key. But now the golden axe does its thing, and we have earned 10% of the points, which is not good for the rate that we need to get this at. A dragon fruit to spawn basic slots would be really good, because we do need to expand here. So let's do that right up here. But we also can't, because this is a null slot, so that won't activate it. And the dragon fruit actually can't go here either because of the dirt slots. So let's just go here. And then we can't really buy anything either because we don't have that much money. And it's too bad we can't really bank off of that giant combo the golden magnet takes, which it also only pulses once anyway, regardless of the wooden shield, because I guess it only has one charge to pulse. But either way, we definitely need more here. Earn 1.5 times? That could be nice. Oh, earn 16 times the amount of points. I need this. Go right there, which also takes $2 to activate. So it's a good thing the money items are early. And then we might as well use a cheese to maybe get rid of some of these dirt slots just to see if we can put something other than dirt there. But we're still going through all of this nonsense, so hopefully it pays off. The combos get really high there. So there's 700 points, 1,000 more points. We are doing kind of better here, but actually we're still, okay, we doubled our points there, but we only have 2 rounds left. So maybe we should have been working on improving our stuff the whole time instead of just, you know, skipping through the rounds. Gives target item and slot plus 5 points. If we set that over here, will that disappear? Yes, it will. Okay, good. So now these things are earning a little more points, but oh, this is getting close. And we can't really spend that much money, so hopefully there are good things that happen from this. Big food sacks. I mean, it's that or the emerald sword, and I don't really want any more of that nonsense, so I might as well get this, and then can we even place it somewhere to maximize it? We could place it here to null it and then move some things around, like this guy, and then we should be able to use this whole thing. Yes, we can. So there's a lot of food items to pick from. Or can we just leave them here? I don't know if we can leave them here. We might need to start using some of these doomed slots just to get more real estate, but also the 5 times multiplier already. Let's use this right away. And actually this basic slot here earns 14 points, so that might be good to get going as well, but it's weird trying to figure out where to expand here. And we need the money to activate things. So we're up to ×6 bonus, 3,000 points already. We actually might get there, but it's gonna be close. Need this golden axe to really carry the weight, and it looks like it is. One more round and we'll get it. Ooh, a key bar. After 4 activations turns into a key. I need it. And that should be able to go here so it can get activated by the wooden shield. And then should we just hold on to a chest for later? Spawns a random rare 3 item. We could probably hold on to this for later. And then we go through one more reroll so that does good things there. What is this? A demon knife. Gain 0.1 multiplier permanently, but it subtracts way more. Gross. Oh, so many hammers. Well, this isn't any good down here, so we can move it up there. The ruby sword needs to happen first, no matter what. Which, I mean, it could go here because it's uncommon instead of anything more. Just really racking up the multipliers. Ah, we can't afford it. Well, might as well just put this back here so that can activate those things well enough. And we should definitely maybe find more food things to give the golden axe or more of the axes more target range. But that's gonna be a next round problem. So there's 1 activation there, and then another one from the wooden shield. So next turn we'll get a key. And there's the amount of points that we need. We didn't even need the golden axe for that one. Beautiful. But I feel like the next round is gonna cost like 30,000 to get, or maybe 45,000. So let's definitely get the sausage here for more slots. Maybe past the golden axe so we can get it more that way should be good, because it can target that way too. Oh, we should have put this here for more target activations, but actually it worked good here anyway. Now there is a green pin that becomes stuck when activated, but it adds bonus. It's not really worth it. Not compared to the other ones. Let's get another uncommon item to maybe place in the dirt. Oh, and there's a green pin again, great. So I guess it could go at the end. It's a bonus of 6, then it would become a bonus of 7, which would actually be good before the golden axe, but all these would be good before the golden axe. I don't really like any of these. What's worth the most? Let's just sell them. Let's just sell the knife and then go through it just to get a key here, which it looks like it's gonna do. There it is. We have a key. Triggers unlock for slots and items. So we could use that to unlock these slots over here, though I'm not sure what that does really. And actually the bonus gets up to 12. Wow. Oh, and there's another bone. Good. We can put in the sell slot here, which this one still has 47 activations to do. Crazy. Oh, but there's the bishop one. And this is really only missing the bishop activations. Bishop 2, that's a pretty good range. Put it right here on the golden axe. Very good. Now it's targeting absolutely everything. Would that be a better item to put here, I wonder? But this is also stuck, so it can't move. But at least we have a key now. Do we put it on the chest or put it on the slot here? I kind of want to buy this just to put it here to see what's beyond the thing. Whoa, okay, hold on. So there's more locked spaces here, but we just got some really good items out of this. More golden hammers? I kind of need it, but let's buy this first to put it over here. Yeah, it should work. I don't really want to move the golden axe from where it is, but let's pick up the golden hammer there, place it right after this other one. And then, so that's really blocked off there, but is there really a bonus to unlocking slots then? I guess to get more real estate, but we're not really using real estate right now. We kind of need more items to do whatever this next objective is. And then let's put the chest here to unlock this. Can we unlock it? Oh, we need to be next to the slots anyway to unlock them. Well, that doesn't matter. Unlock that, and then we got a ghost knife. Gain +3 bonus permanently, but it subtracts 2. There's also a activation on a rotation. Not really sure what does that, but I feel like if we get more bonuses permanently, that's gonna undo all of the things that we get from the swords and the hammers. I guess we could do it for a little bit until the things don't really line up anymore, because I feel like the closest we can get the bonus to 0 while still being negative, that's gonna be the best thing. And there's a stick that adds bonus, and we can put this over here for good activation there. And now let's go to the next level, final level. Oh boy, we need 40,000 points to pass this, goodness. Good thing we have the money first. There's 150 points straight from the bones, and that's a decent amount of points there. And now the negative bonus was in decimal places, but at least we're getting a great deal of points here. But it could definitely be better. And I guess we could take the food sack just to see what items are in here, because maybe it's good food items. Like dragon fruit. That's definitely the best item out of all of those. So we can go here, and then we can't really benefit from a reroll. So this is a bit of a waste of a round here, I feel like. So we get more goodies out of this, which it really racks up the points, but it's still not gonna be enough to pass this round, which is concerning. But let's re-roll this time. So, ooh, it just gave the minus bonus there. There's another ruby hammer, which wouldn't be too bad, but we still can't afford that either. This is not looking good. Oh, but look at this. The rook's pie. Adding more targeting, that would be good for one of the other items, since I'm pretty sure our golden axe is maxed out on targeting, as good as it is. Or wait, would that make it rook 8 targeting? But that's kind of the maximum range that we get here with all the items that we have. So it would be better to put it on one of these other axes, which is fine there. Okay, so now this is adding bonus, which I guess might be fine for the initial pulsing here, because it would target that, which is really good. And then this is still subtracting 1 bonus, so it would still be negative by the time it reaches the hammers. I think I'm okay with this, but we would need you over here because the shield pulses in a clockwise formation. But this is very sketchy. We only have 3 pulses left, and we still need 30,000 points. And we haven't even used this. Let's do a reroll here, which activated the ghost knife again. There's another ruby axe, and the sword would be good too. We might need this just because it has a lot of points. So let's go through it. Hopefully it pays off. We have a 0.5. Oh no! Oh wait, it's gonna be negative still because both of these take 1 away. That is a lot of activations there, holy moly. Okay, so minus 1.8, so the hammers are doing good. Big bonuses there, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think we're gonna get this. And I just saw that we can lock items in the shop. Oh well, we gave it a good run, but now I think we might have overdone it with the ghost knife because now the bonuses are more than what gets taken away. Oh, but it still goes negative, good. Because the sword has a double activate, or repeat activation. I forgot about that. So we can still get close, but we're barely gonna be above half. Well, I think we still collected a lot of items here and got some crazy combos going. So I can't be too mad about it. A 75, 80, almost 100 combo there. Wow. And ultimately we get 23,337 points out of the 40,000 that we need. That is crazy. We have some good synergies here, but we could definitely do better with it. So if you guys do want to see more of LOOTPLOT, then be sure to let me know. Look at all these crazy little kitties. We didn't even see a lot of these. We saw that guy. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and sub to Intern.